Every waste is a resource. Let us now listen to what the industry has to speak about their approach for the C&D waste management and the value creation. I invite Shri Shalendra Singh ji, DDG, National Training Institute for Technical Professionals, Central Public Works Department, to share with us insights on promoting utilization of waste in public infrastructure.
A very good afternoon to all of you, senior officers, professionals, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be making a small presentation on from CPWD side. In fact, this is a presentation from the industry side, who will be, apart from generator of the C&D waste, will be a consumer also C&D recycled products. So, taking clue from what Secretary Sir and the Honorable Minister said in the inaugural session, that CPWD is one of the few organizations across the globe which has a legacy of more than 1.5 century. CPWD doesn't have only this long journey, but also it's among the few organizations which have very diverse portfolio, in the sense that the experience of CPWD in infrastructure development includes, setting up of academic institutions, constructing big hospitals and state-of-art laboratories, constructing road, bridges, tunnels, and inland waterways infrastructure, data centers, sports infrastructure, rehabilitation of old buildings, and not to say the revamping of national capital, the Central Vista project which is going on. CPWD, as I said, that like many other engineering organizations, is not only the creator of construction and demolition waste, but it also is one of the potential consumers of recycled C&D waste projects. So, while in this long journey, CPWD has been a benchmark organization, as has been discussed in earlier sessions. In fact, the point of pride for the department is that it has been mandated within the C&D waste management rules 2025 to set standards for consumption of C&D waste products. So, sustainability has all along been at the heart of CPWD functioning. We have been working on reducing carbon footprint. We have been working on elevated use of recycled waste products. We have also been part of research on recycled waste products. In fact, you will be delighted to know that the ministry and CPWD is in very advanced stage of collaboration with academic institutions of excellence in the country, as well as the research bodies, for having a specific MOU to have a collaboration and research on C&D waste products. And the last thing, CPWD has played a role of collaborator also. We have been talking to the industry at large, the manufacturers, the recyclers, the contractors, and researchers. So, collaboration has also been one of the strategy of CPWD in bringing green features in the construction industry. Some of the initiatives which have been taken by CPWD are, we have made a specific provision on our policy document, which is CPWD Works Manual. And as was discussed in previous sessions, and has also been mandated in the law, that now CPWD has included large number of items in its schedule of rate. Schedule of rate is one of the publication of CPWD, which is not only being consumed by CPWD, but it is being consumed by the industry at large, be it other government organizations, be it private sector. So, apart from the role of CPWD as an engineering organization, we have also been a framework organization and a standard setter actually. For specific and express uses, we have made provision in our contracts. And the last point is very important. This shows our discipline and commitment towards the greener side, because we have also put in place a online C&D waste management system, where there is a real-time reporting of C&D waste generated as well as C&D waste recycled products which have been consumed in our works. So these are some of the provisions which have been included in CPWD Works Manual. Since these presentations, I believe, will be shared with the participant or will be put on the website of the conclave for the use of the audience and other players who are connected online. So we have given reference to our codal provisions, which will be, I mean, quite useful. You can bring back, Saurabh. Yeah. Apart from this, these are the two clauses which we have been specifically included in our policy guidelines. So going beyond, I mean, that one point which was being discussed, so this is an opportunity to clarify that also. In CPWD schedule of rates, we have already included 54 number of items. In fact, a wide spectrum of items have been included in our schedule of rates, and they are ready available for use, and CPWD has been extensively using these items in our contracts, and other organizations, I am sure, are using these. So this is one area where we have provided the lead to the industry, and we have standardized the products, we have finalized the rates, and apart from the schedule of rates, since the time in 2016, the CND waste management rules were put in place by the Government of India, we have been constantly, taking steps, of course, issue based and need based on many occasions, and have issued number of circulars for enforcement of use of CND waste products in CPWD as well as elsewhere in the industry. So this is a plethora of guidelines, circulars, which we have specifically issued. Coming to the glimpse of CND waste utilization, I mean, while we have been one of the major generators of the CND waste in the country, we have not been lacking on uses of the CND recycled waste products. Our uses is quite high, and as a responsible organization, we have ensured that the CND waste generated during demolition, repair, construction, it goes to the recycling units and put to use in a more productive manner rather than as a responsible person or organization, I mean, dumping it at indiscriminate places. So we have demonstrated our capacity not only for, the responsibility for for ensuring that the recycled, that CND waste goes to the recycling units, but we have also been very conscious of enhancing the use of CND recycled products in our works. Apart from this, I mean, whatever BIS has prescribed so far, of course, there is a lot of revision is going on, lot of churning is going on, some better results will, more encouraging results will be coming in terms of better prescription in the BIS codes. But whatever has been prescribed so far by the BIS, we have already adopted in our guidelines. Some of the projects where we have used the CND recycled products are enumerated here. I mean, Central Vista, you all know it's a very prestigious project of national importance. So there also, and some of these projects, we have extensively used the recycled products. This is just few photographs to show as to what kind of materials which have been used in our works. Having shown that, I would like to specifically highlight, of course, in the challenges part, I'll point it out that. So these are the some photographs which shows that we have been using CND recycled waste products on an extensive basis. And some of the challenges and barriers which are coming in the way of enhanced use of CND waste products are the quality related apprehensions. I am not saying that there is any fact or these are really poor on the quality front, but there is a widespread apprehensions that the products made out of the CND waste may not be of the same quality or they may not last longer. So this apprehension need to be tackled, and in the way forward I will talk on this. Then segregation at source. I mean, this is one area where a lot of work is required. Recently we visited one of the recycling plant where all sort of debris was coming, and sorting out was a challenge for the recycler. So if we can enforce through commitment, through rules, through regulations or enforcement of the rules that the segregation will be done at the site itself or the source itself, I think that will be a great game changer in C&D waste recycling. Inadequate recycling infrastructure, I mean, this is one challenge in metro cities and cities where demand is more or the waste is available in plenty. I think a lot of focus is there, but in type 2, tier 2, tier 3 cities, there is hardly any infrastructure to take the processing of the C&D waste forward. So probably there is some, this is one area where a lot of things are required to be done. Enforcement gap, this was also discussed in previous sessions, though a lot of rules, regulations have been put in place, but enforcement sometime becomes a challenge, and this gap in enforcement is one of the critical factor in lesser utilization of C&D recycled waste products. And that of course the lack of awareness, I mean because the government organization are not expected to be the major consumers of the C&D recycled waste products. It is the society at large which has to embrace these products with an open mind. So for that, lot of awareness will be required. And coming to the last slide, the way forward, I mean, this is very important. So if I start with the research, I think more incisive research will be required. I'll take this opportunity to urge upon the research bodies to engage into more incisive research, so that we can build the confidence of the government organization, the private side consumers, and other at the society at large, so that they will be encouraged to use these C&D waste products, not only in the peripheral works. Actually, as of now, the major consumption remains in the secondary works. We have yet to reach to the stage of use of the recycled aggregates or sand in the main structures. So that confidence will come from the right research and whatever it takes, but it is one thing where a lot of investment may be required, lot of efforts may be required. Then I mean, elevated role of technology, upscaling of technology will be required, both in segregation as well as in processing. To the best of my understanding, I mean, we are able to get plenty of recycled aggregate, but we are not able to get good quality of recycled concrete aggregate, which we can confidently use in our structural work. So this is one challenge where technology intervention may be required apart from the research. One area which I have unfortunately not mentioned here and was mentioned by the officers from the Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation, that whatever products they are putting in the market out of that recycling plant, that is having some kind of certification. I mean, NAVL he was mentioning. So credible testing of these recycled products is also an area where a lot of efforts are required, because credible testing will build the confidence of the users in increasing the scale of use of these products in various infrastructure projects. So this is one area. Then enhanced incentives, of course, lot many incentives have been built in the policy itself, which was highlighted by the officer from Ministry of Forest and Environment, which is a policy making body for C&D recycled management. So they have highlighted there are some incentives, but enforcement and honest extension of these incentives to the recyclers, to the users, consumers, would be a critical factor in determining the future of recycled waste product use. Then capacity building is, of course, I mean, whatever takes, whether the government has to incentivize the recyclers or the researchers or the professionals who are engaged in the profession of recycling of the C&D waste on capacity building, whatever is required need to be done. In the inaugural session, one of the steps taken under the worthy guidance of the ministry was that the CPWD has signed a MOU with Sintef, and some more MOUs are in pipeline. So these MOUs essentially, I mean, talk about or provide a framework for capacity building for the professionals, so that we can upscale the use of C&D recycled waste product. And the last point which I will like to highlight, the advocacy. I think this is one part which is very much missing in this whole arena of recycling of the C&D waste, because the consumers at large, which is not only need to be, I mean, the government organization or the large infrastructure developer. It has to be the people at large, the small scale construction which are going in type 2, type 3 cities or even smaller villages. I mean, if we can provide the infrastructure there and we can encourage the society about the virtues of the recycled products, I think we will be able to tackle the menace of the dumping or indiscriminate dumping of the construction waste. I mean, this is a smaller part that we want to avoid dumping. The greater part is that we want to avoid our dependence on natural resources and virgin materials. As you know, I mean, there is, after all, there is a limitation of natural resources, and there is a cost in terms of environmental degradation and other things. If we go for regular mining of the natural materials and don't utilize the resources which are available before us, then I think we are going to do great injustice to our future generations. So I will again utilize this platform for this advocacy part, that the government has to probably take a concerted effort and create a kind of advocacy where more and more people are encouraged and they are aware of the virtues and importance of recycling of the C&D waste and use of the products which are made out of the recycling of the C&D waste. With this, I will stop here. Thank you very much.